Hello everybody, you are watching and listening to AFTERBUZZ TV's The Voice After Show. It's Season 10, Episode 10, The Knockouts. We're going to break down this episode and talk about Miley Cyrus. Stay tuned.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AFTERBUZZ TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
I don't think we can be tamed, Jason.
We can't be tamed. Christian, welcome.
Jason, welcome.
It's just the two of us tonight. I'm Jason Ikeler. You can follow me on Twitter at Jason Ikeler.
And I'm Christian Rosenberg. Follow me on Twitter at Real Rosenberg.
Stephanie and Steven are both out today. Go ahead and cyberbully them. I don't know their Twitters, and I'm not going to tell them to you because
Punch
they're
them in
not
the
here.
mouth via social media.
Okay, we've got the knockouts, and we've got Miley Cyrus as a guest coach.
And they decided to bring it. Like,
Miley,
overall.
okay, you need to admit to everybody listening that you were not a Miley fan until tonight and admit it. She's talented.
I never said I am a Miley fan.
Yeah,
No.
But do you think she has talent?
She definitely showed a lot more talent than I thought she had.
Do you think she's going to be a good coach next season?
She might be a good coach, but I cannot take anyone who dresses like a cartoon character seriously.
Shh. All right, first up is Team Blake. His first knockout pairing was Angie Killauer versus Paxton. So Paxton sang Hometown Glory by Adele. I thought personally this was sort of a weak way to start out the show.
We constantly talk about it every season when someone chooses Adele. 1 out of 20 can pull it off. He's a talented singer. Terrible choice of a song.
Yeah, I thought it was very karaoke for me. I liked the one note Miley gave where she told them to belt that one part was the only part of the song I actually liked. The rest of it, he did the exact same arrangement. I think maybe if he would have just done it with the piano, or maybe made it like more electronic, like how when he did the Robin thing, that could have been good. But how he did it was just like a second-rate Adele.
No, I wasn't crazy about it. I liked his battle performance a lot more than this one. This was, to me, one of the most underwhelming performances of the night.
And I feel like Blake doesn't really know what to do with him, which is kind of an issue.
Yeah.
So he went up against Angie, who sang Take Your Time by Sam Hunt. I liked her better when she was with Blake and Miley. I thought she sounded really good then. I liked that better than her performance. I think there was good parts in her performance, but overall it was just kind of sloppy for me.
Well, they talked about it with this song because it's such a rhythmic song and so much talking.
Yeah, it's not a good singing competition.
It's not a good for a singing competition. I thought she did a really good job with this song, but again, she's not showing off the range that she really has because of just the way the song is. I think she's got like a mysterious vibe to her a little bit.
Yeah.
You know, I like her a lot, but just again, this was a battle of bad song choices.
Yeah, but I think that being said, I would have picked her over him just because I feel like there's more she can do, and she's a little different, and I like the raspy quality in her voice. But Blake disagreed, and he picked Paxton.
I was really surprised about that.
Yeah, me too. So up next was Team Adam. His pairing was Owen versus Ryan. Owen sang She's Always a Woman by Billy Joel. I didn't go into this knockout liking Owen by any means, and I left it loving Owen. I think he took the song and kind of made it, because I feel like a lot of times with Billy Joel, people take Billy Joel songs and they oversing them. Mm-hmm. He took it and he kind of undersang it, and it was very like understated and just like you felt like you were in a coffee house watching him, but not in a bad way. I loved it.
Yeah, he's, again, like when he was in the blinds and everything, I'm like, oh, he's good. You know, I like his tone. I don't know if he's going to do any damage in this competition.
I think he might, though.
Well, I'm saying this is how I thought in the blinds.
Oh, okay.
And then tonight, I loved this. That's just like a crisp, perfect tone. It's relaxing.
I didn't think he didn't sound like, Adam kept saying you're not confident, but I feel like that's kind of what's likable about him, is that he's a little nervous up there. It's kind of endearing.
Yeah, but there's some singers that you can really tell they're nervous because their voice gets a little shaky.
Yeah,
and
his voice doesn't.
None of that at all.
Touched by it. Yeah.
None at all.
So he went up against Ryan, who sang "Drops of Jupiter" by Train.
This is where I get angry tonight. This was my angry moment. I thought
this was just a very vanilla, robotic performance. It didn't really do anything for me. I think he's a good singer, but I think he's a good like choir singer.
I was praising him last week in the battles, and I feel disappointed in myself.
Yeah, you should always listen to me.
Well, you weren't here last week.
Yeah, but I would have told you.
This was awful.
I know.
This was
Poor guy.
The rhythms were off. His high notes were off. This song does not work for him. It was just so many bad things about it, and the fact that he's still in the show after this performance, baffles me. Again, he was great in the battles, so maybe it was just a bad night.
It reminds me if like Josh Groban tried to do pop rock.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it.
You know, like Josh Groban knows his lane, and I think maybe that if this guy tried to, I hope actually Christina, we'll just ruin it. Christina's still
Spoiler.
I hope Christina
like
kind of does
that
what
is
she
terrible.
did. Do you remember Chris Mann?
I don't.
He was
what
like
year
a
was he?
classical singer, maybe 2 or 3.
Okay.
But if she does what she did with him for the show, I think that could be really good for him.
Yeah, but thankfully Adam picked Owen.
Yeah, Owen definitely deserved to win. I feel like Adam will be good for him though.
Yes.
To continue on.
Yes.
Up next was Pharrell. His first knockout was Hannah Houston versus Malik Hurd. We'll start with Malik. He sang "Isn't She Lovely." I really liked Malik, and I loved his battling. That was one of my favorite battles this season. I think it's really dangerous to do a mid-tempo soul song on any kind of mid-tempo song, but specifically a mid-tempo. I can't say mid.
Sound it out.
Mid-tempo.
There you go. There it is.
Song. Try to say that.
Mid-tempo soul song.
Say it soulful. Try it. You can't do it. Mid-tempo soulful song. Anyways, it's really dangerous to do a song like this on a show because there's not really any build to it. And I feel like he kind of kicked himself in the foot with this performance.
I agree. I mean, we see it a little later on with this type of style song. These songs, they might get a chair to turn, but they never work for you anywhere past that.
Exactly.
Especially live rounds. So... And I hate saying that because I thought he nailed this. I thought he did a phenomenal job with this song.
It actually doesn't sound as good playing it back though than it did the first time I heard it.
But then it's a matter of what he had to follow.
That's true.
It's just like he could have sang the most elegant thing known to man, and he would have failed miserably.
Because he had to
Hannah.
follow Hannah with House of the Rising Sun.
Holy
This is
crap.
my favorite performance this season.
I agree.
That was so good. I thought she was good before this, but I don't know why I didn't think she was amazing. And I think it's because her personality, you think she's going to be a vanilla singer, and she's got so much soul to her and so much like grit. And it's like the perfect combination of like belting, but then knowing exactly when to hold back. I loved it.
Let me read you my notes that I put for this one. Damn.
I know. I wrote
that
what?
was my notes.
That's how you know it's good if we don't take notes.
We just sit and listen.
Yeah, because it was amazing.
Like the runs, the dynamics, everything was just spot on with this performance.
And it's kind of funny because this song has been overdone on these shows.
Yes, it has.
And when she first said she was doing it, I was like, oh god. But damn, so good.
Yeah.
All right, up next was Team Blake, and he had Katie Basden versus Lacey Mendigo. Lacey sang "Zombie" by the Cranberries. I really, really liked it. She doesn't have the perfect vocal, but she connects, and there's something about her where she's just like so cool, calm, collective on stage. And her onstage personality is so different than this bubbly little blonde girl. And the juxtaposition of that, I think, is really cool. And then I think it's cool that she looks like she's going to sound like Carrie Underwood.
She looks like the poppy girl, but then she goes with the rock.
It's so good.
And I like her tone a lot. She's got a phenomenal range. She really stood out to me last week in the battles. Then pulls this out. Plus the fact that she is freaking beautiful.
Yeah. Okay,
I mean, is it weird? She's like 19. Would it be weird to say she's my wife this season? Because that's a little
creepy.
young.
Yeah.
That's a little young.
You're getting old.
I am an old man.
Yeah, that's definitely creepy.
That got creepy. I'm sorry.
I loved it though. So she
She's
went up against
amazing.
Katie, who sang "Gypsy" by Fleetwood Mac.
Also
Same
great.
amazing performance because it's kind of funny. Katie, the first half of the song was a very just like her standing at the mic, very unplugged, not what you would expect in a competition like this. And I feel like she had the opportunity to really suck with this song, and she completely killed every single second of it.
One of the biggest things in songs is the build-up, and if you could pay it off. And that's exactly what she did.
Singing competition shows.
Oh yeah, And that's exactly what she did. Because, you know, it's starting, you know, kind of mellow and quiet here, just kind of how the song is. And she's doing good. Nothing that's wowing you. But then as it goes on and she starts holding the notes longer like you're hearing now, and then increases like the dynamic and the crescendos, she build up. I felt like a story was told in this song.
It's kind of interesting. Her vibrato reminds me of Carrie Underwood.
I can see that.
And that too, when she does a little whale thing.
Yeah.
So she won, obviously.
Well, I wouldn't say it was obvious, but then again, it was Blake, so we would have chose her.
I don't know though. Blake does like young girls. So do you. So Katie won, but Pharrell stole Lacey. So I think that'll be a
Pharrell
really cool
and
pairing.
Adam battled for Lacey.
I think it's good for Pharrell though. I'm excited about that.
Yeah, he can have some fun with her.
Okay.
In the musical sense, you sick man.
You said it, not me. Thank you. Up next was Team Christina. Her pairing was Allison Porter versus Daniel Pacino. Allison sang River by Joni Mitchell. It's kind of interesting about Allison. I feel like I'm waiting for her to fail.
That ain't happening.
In the history of The Voice, when there's somebody who's sort of famous or comes from somewhere big, they always do bad at this point. Allison keeps getting better, and this is one of my favorite songs. And she took it and she like completely killed it. She made it into a country song, and oh my god, I loved it.
This was as perfect of a song performance as you can get on this show.
We're being so positive, which is rare, especially
but it's because
season.
Tonight, just about everyone really brought it because they know what's at stake. I don't remember, it's been at least 3 seasons since we had a knockout round this good.
Yeah, like 2 in a row.
Well, I mean, not even 2. I mean, everyone tonight, for the most part, had at least one good performance in the knockout.
She sounds like a mashup of Dolly Parton and Reba.
Oh,
right.
I can see that.
You hear that?
Yeah.
You hear that a little bit?
Yeah.
I thought you liked that.
So much yes. Oh my god,
thank you.
I loved that. Sorry, I had to chime in.
No,
Hi,
oh my
Alexis.
god. Hi. I agree
That's
with that
not
completely.
Jesus. That's Alexis.
Well, you know,
Well,
you've
same
never
thing.
seen us in the same room together. Just saying.
That's true.
But anyway, I really loved that, so I just wanted to throw that out there.
Okay, good. Thank you for chiming in. Always chime in.
And yeah, she does like the high riffs and stuff almost as flawless as Christina does.
Yeah, it's more. I don't want to. Maybe sensitive. Is that the right word? It's more delicate.
It's more motherly.
More. Oh, I like that. She went up against Daniel, who sang "Ain't Too Proud to Beg." I think he's
what
good.
we talked about earlier though with the song choice.
It's like the soulful songs don't do well on competition shows. I thought this would be really good if it was in Pitch Perfect.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
No, I do. I've talked about on the show how versatile this guy is.
And he's from Michigan, represent.
He's really talented. This was a really fun performance, but terrible song choice. Again, he nailed it like Malik did earlier with his song, but this type of song is not going to win, especially against Allison.
Honestly, I think he sounded good, but when he went to do a lot of the tricks, he didn't have it.
You don't think
when
so?
everyone in his falsetto, it was a little under pitch.
Yeah.
Which is interesting because he was a classically trained musician, right?
Yeah, he opera.
So you would think that's what he would be the best at.
Yeah.
But maybe not.
Well, he's gone.
So final battle of the night, final knockout of the night was Team Pharrell's Emily Keener versus Shalia?
Sure, we'll go with that.
Shalia Fearing.
Shalia.
Emily sang Big Yellow Taxi, another Joni Mitchell song. I actually didn't know this was a Joni Mitchell song till college. I thought it was Counting Crows and Vanessa Carlton. If you remember that.
Wow. So my date of the song was actually too old. It was, you said the remake of the remake.
Yeah. I didn't know Janet Jackson sang this.
Janet Jackson, well, she did a rendition with Joni Mitchell where Joni Mitchell sang the chorus line.
Oh.
With the oh no.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
This was so good though. I wasn't, from her like preparing for the song, I didn't expect to like it at all. I thought it was going to be a train wreck. Loved it. I love Miley's notes for her, unplugging it and then going into it. she has such a unique voice, and I like that she's not afraid to do like fun, like at the end when she went really high and then the low note. I like that she's not afraid to do the fun things.
She's really refreshing.
Yeah.
We don't get this voice often on this show.
Yeah, because usually when we get this voice, it's the voice we hate.
It's the Norah Jones.
It's the Norah Jones ripoff.
Right.
Yeah, but this is so good.
Yeah.
And her falsetto is insane.
I really enjoyed it. She's got a great tone.
Yeah. Shalia sang With a Broken Wing by Martina McBride. This is a huge song, and typically, I think the only performance of this on a singing competition I've ever liked is Jordan Sparks singing it on American Idol. Mm-hmm. She, in the mentor session, again, I didn't think it was that good. She must have practiced her ass off because this was like church.
She belted it.
She belted the hell out of it.
And is she the 15-year-old or the 17-year-old?
It doesn't matter because it's
kids.
Crazy that anybody can sing like that. It was. I felt like I was watching Sister Act, and I just wanted to get under my seat and clap.
Yeah, just a power soul singer. Wow, you sound just like her.
Thank you so much.
I thought she was in the studio for a second.
Yeah, it is her. I actually think that Pharrell chose Emily. Emily won. I think he chose Emily because he knew she would get saved, and he didn't know if Emily would get saved, and he wanted them both in the competition.
But wouldn't they rather have the one that he feels more confident that he could lead to victory? I think there's more to do with Emily.
I think there's more different things to do with Emily. I'll give you that. Mm-hmm. But I wish I knew how to say her name. The other one, Shalia, is so just raw talent I think that's also just kind of fun.
Oh, it's definitely fun.
But yeah, we'll see. I'm excited for both of them.
Yeah, and in fact, Adam stole Shalia.
Yeah, so that'll be good. So actually, that'll be really good. 3
of the 4 steals that could be done were done tonight.
So who has a steal left? Just Blake?
Blake's the only one with a steal.
Oh, that'll be good then.
Yeah.
All right, that wraps up our episode.
Well, should we just really quick say the news about the
No, that's what we're going to do. Let me just...
Oh!
Stop trying to...
Sorry, you said wrapped up. You said wrapped up.
Let's get into some news and gossip.
Fine. Let's get into news and gossip now, because Jason said so.
Just announced Alicia Keys and Miley Cyrus will be joining Blake and Adam on season 11 as coaches.
Alicia is going to be amazing.
Alicia's been a guest mentor a couple times.
Yes.
Miley is going to be... This Miley's what the show needs, because... So it doesn't get like... It's getting a little old now. It's on season 10. So it's going to be a different reason to watch.
It's definitely going to be a jolt.
Yeah, it's going to be a jolt, but after tonight, I think maybe before tonight, people are like, why is Miley Cyrus on here? But when you see all those notes she gives, she knows, like, as much as you can say she's crazy or wears whatever, she's, at the end of the day, a talented musician and a really good coach. I'm excited to watch that.
Yeah, but, like, the thing I'm really excited with Alicia is, I think Alicia's going to bring a different dynamic as well, because obviously everyone on the show is very talented musicians, but Alicia is probably the best... instrumentalist of all, as far as she's better at piano than Blake is at guitar, than Adam is at guitar, and all that.
That will be. I feel like Alicia would be good because Alicia writes for a lot of other artists too.
Right, and that's what I'm saying. Like, so the combination of just her like music theory knowledge that she has, along with the songwriting and all that, I think it'll be really, really unique ever. Because you had the excellent producing side of Pharrell.
Adam would take a couple seasons off.
Well.
And switch it up. But actually, this is the first time in The Voice history we have 2 girls at the same time.
There'll be 2 girls.
All right. Pick your 2 favorites from tonight. You want some predictions?
Sure, we'll do predictions, but I think you and I are going to have the same 2.
Your AfterBuzz TV predictions.
Hannah and Allison. I don't think there's any contest.
Oh, yep. I agree.
Yeah, there you go. That was it.
I would maybe throw in Katie.
I like it.
Yeah, we'll go with Hannah and Allison. We'll agree for once.
Hey, how about that?
In the meantime, until next week, I'm going to be out for the next 2 weeks. Christian will be gone next week. But we'll all be back in time for the live shows.
Yes.
Where can they find you on social media?
You can find me on social media at Real Rosenberg on Twitter, Instagram, The Real Rosenberg, T-shirts, ProWrestlingTees.com/Christian Rosenberg. This Friday night, April 1st, Dallas Comedy House. I'll be performing improv in Dallas. Buy your tickets there. 11 o'clock Friday night. All the ticket sales go to Pause for a Cause. Canine Cancer Research. Great cause. Fun laughs.
Pause.
Great pause. Buy your tickets there.
You can find me on social media at Jason Ikeler, and you can find AfterBuzz TV at AfterBuzz TV on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. I'll see you in 3 weeks. Christian will see you in 2 weeks. Cyberbully Stephanie Georgie, thank you. Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.